You're welcome. Of course, anytime. Jesus Christ.
Stop motion animation is one of the oldest movie making technique. Early stop motion remarks reach to 18th century. It was and still is a popular way of making children animated movies. But I like to focus on stop motion usage for VFX. What is stop motion animation and how it helped to create some incredible visual effects? Let's get started.
What? Alright, Galaxy, I'm watching this.
Stop motion is an animated filmmaking technique in which objects are physically manipulated in small increments and photographed one frame at a time. When all frames are played back as a fast sequence, an illusion of movement is being created. In relation to visual effects, this technique was most often used for creating creatures otherwise impossible or very difficult to present in a movie. Obviously, that needs creating a physical puppet, which then can be animated manually and photographed. A base for a puppet is a special metal armature, kind of a skeleton, which can be positioned and will hold that position. You can easily find those armatures online if you'd like to experiment with stop motion. The armature is later covered with a body, usually made with a silicone rubber, then painted and dressed if needed. This allows to create most fantastic creatures, animals or robots. And with help of numerous optical effects, the animated elements were merged with live action footage. In the beginning of 20th century, there was a well-known animator, whose works are being admired to this day, Willis O'Brien.
Hi, Willis.
His work on The Lost World from 1925 is a well-known example of stop-motion animation. But he is most admired for King Kong, a milestone not only in his filmography, but in filmmaking overall. The amount of visual effects shots, techniques, and innovations created for this movie is simply incredible. But that's a subject for a whole separate video. O'Brien's protégé and eventual successor in Hollywood was Ray Harryhausen. After learning under O'Brien and helping him on Mighty Joe Young from 1949, Harryhausen would go on to create the effects for a range of successful and memorable films.
Oh, the poor little lion.
A golden era for stop-motion animation. His most famous creations are The Beast from 20,000 Phantoms.
Unlucky.
It Came from Beneath the Sea. Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh shit.
With the memorable skeleton fight scene. The Golden Voyage of Sinbad. And Clash of Titans. Work
Medusa.
of Ray Harryhausen inspired generations of young people, among them Phil Tippett, the later animator on movies like Star Wars Trilogy, RoboCop, Willow, Jurassic Park or Starship Troopers. In the analog filmmaking era, stop-motion animation was an extremely laborious process, requiring constant focus, often for many hours. You could not make a break, and you did not know if the animation works as planned until processing the film. In case of any error, the animator had to start from beginning.
You can't have any distractions, any noise. You can't be talking to anybody. You have to really concentrate on all the various joints. And if you were shooting a
Actually seems
150
so
frame
annoying.
shot, which is about 6 seconds long, that could take sometimes 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 hours, depending upon how complicated the scene was.
Considering that, the amazing work of stop-motion animators deserves even more admiration. Stop-motion animation had one weak point. Because each frame contains a repositioned but freezed object, there is no motion blur, which normally you can observe on a filmed movement. That always makes it standing out from film footage. In the beginning of 1980s, Phil Tippett was an animation supervisor at ILM, where he developed a way to add motion blur to stop-motion animation.
Whoa. Here we
They've
go.
named it Go Motion.
Oh, wow.
Go Motion involves programming a computer to move parts of the model slightly during each exposure of each frame of film, combined with traditional hand manipulation of the model in between frames to produce a more realistic motion blurring effect. The new technique was first used on The Empire Strikes Back in 1980 to create that smooth running animations of a tauntaun.
Of course. Wow.
Later it was also utilized in Dragon Slayer,
We got epic music queuing up.
or the Robocop films. A low-tech, manual version of this blurring technique was originally pioneered by Władysław Starewicz
This is weird.
and was used in his feature film The Tale of the Fox.
It's a furry. Oh shit.
Stop-motion VFX officially died in 1993 with the premiere of Jurassic Park. Industrial Light and Magic managed to push the computer graphics so far that it surpassed stop-motion animated creatures, both visually and in the animation quality. Still, looking at those early T-Rex Go Motion animation tests, I would say they look very impressive. Because of lack of skilled 3D animators at the time, it was stop-motion animators that gave life to those dinosaurs. Special armature was created, which was transferring motion of the puppet to the 3D model, a
Oh, wait, my
way to
coffee,
blend
fuck.
the analog and digital worlds. This way, animators like Phil Tippett were able to use their amazing skills while having no experience with computer animation.
Why not just get a real dinosaur?
Similar process was also used for Starship Troopers in 1997, where Phil Tippett's studio was animating the bugs, using a physical rig to animate digital characters.
Those things are
Today,
actually super creepy.
Stop-motion animation can be a lot more precise and smooth thanks to digital photography and ability to live preview and fix errors. It is, however, rarely, or rather almost never, used for VFX creation. It was replaced by computer animation.
The fuck is that thing?
It is still a popular and successful technique used to create feature animated movies, like the famous plasticine animations from Aardman Studio, or those from Leica Studio, featuring incredibly smooth and natural characters movement. Modern computer animation has a huge advantage over stop motion, but still there is something special about this analog process. It might just be a sentiment, but undeniably, stop motion played a key role in film history. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment and subscribe for more.
How neat is that?
Cool, that was actually a sick video. Sorry, I spaced
Hope
out.
you have a great day. The KF.
Why am I getting so many $100 donations today? What the fuck? Thank you for the 100 more bucks there,
Vapor Lord. The hell? Appreciate you very much. $300. Nice. Unlocking the new character in Risk of Rain is easy. When you spawn in, go to the back of your pod and take the equipment. If you go below half health, you die. Then you carry to the hell zone. Okay, Sando. All good. Appreciate you. Chance, what the fuck is happening? Well, okay, you should play Hentai and Mosaic Puzzle. Just saying, it's like 80 cents. Anything with hentai in the name is probably a game I can't play on stream. So
honest hour. How much do you hate me, Yadi?
I don't actually hate you guys. I don't really care. I just time you guys out sometimes because it kind of just it's funny.
I'm sorry.